Welcome, everyone. Hello, I'm Ariel. Welcome to this online circle for the Taurus New Moon and the 5-5 portal. So today is the 6th of May, but some of you, especially in the America side, you are still experiencing the 5-5 portal, right? And like before we dive in deeper, I would love to know, how is everyone? And if you're tuning in from, like, where are you tuning in from? Welcome. I know some of you are in Hong Kong, some of you America, and I know a lot of people are probably doing different things. So it is a very short notice for me to put on this new moon circle because I was just like meditating Saturday. So 2 days ago, I was meditating at the altar, and I was like, I am in Dubai right now. It's like a perfect portal to anchor the Taurus new moon. And I know that like there's a lot of energetic things that's happening in this grid. And you will hear more about why we are doing this transmission in Dubai during the transmission today. Okay, so all right, hopes everyone is comfortable and make sure you have a bottle of water or glass of water so that you can code the transmission from. And now just a little bit of yay, tuning in from Vancouver. All right, Canada. Yay, thank you. Now, I would love to just do some logistic disclaimer. Yeah, energy has been a bit erratic. I'm tuning in from Shenzhen. Amazing. Thank you, everyone. Like wherever you're tuning in from, whether live or recording, just notice that and know that this is a multidimensional transmission. So it's really beyond time and space. Like whether you're tuning in from on some other day or from different locations, you receive the same transmission because we are working in a quantum. So in a quantum, all spaces, all timelines are simultaneously happening in the eternal now. Okay. Oh, amazing. We have some Lyran's friends glazing the camera. Amazing. Okay. Now, before I go into like a conscious channeling, because sometimes when I'm in the channeling space, my human consciousness sort of hard to like maintain a certain structure. So just some disclaimer, you will see me like just like referring to different things in the paper and the notes. These are for me to make sure that I am covering whatever I want to cover today because there are a lot happening. So you hear me like you will see me maybe like going through different gadgets and things to cover. Now, that is just for me make sure that I am on page and I am delivering what I wanted to deliver. Otherwise, if I don't have this structure in place, I would be somewhere else and then like just somewhere else. Okay. So these are the divine masculine structure to help the divine feminine to flow and to play. So, and now also, this will be, especially if some people are new to my transmission, I will try to be as humanly possible as I can. However, when we talk about multidimensional transmission, you will hear me sometime I'll be shifting tone. I'll be like channeling different aspect of my consciousness. So now I'm here, Ariel talking. But sometimes you will hear me like switching tone or doing light languages, like making different sound and tone when I am especially accessing different dimension, different version of myself. So I might be channeling myself from Atlantis. I might be channeling myself from Sumeria, which especially in Dubai right now, my Sumerian and Egyptian consciousness is very, very active. So it's almost like I am here. This is a portal. Ariel, the physical body is a portal. And I am allowing different version of myself in the multidimensional playground in the quantum to flow through. So sometimes might not make sense. I might be like saying something and then suddenly I'll jump into another thing. So that being said, I'm inviting you to actually let your mind to just relax. And also letting my mind to relax as well, because I'm judging myself as well. As I'm talking about this, my inner mind is like, okay, so this is for for us all. So I invite you, especially if you're new to receiving transmission, or it's the first time for you to see, to see my transmission, to receive, I will invite you to just open and receive, breathe through your heart, receive through your heart, receive through your body, because a lot of things are actually being transmitted beyond the words. In a space between the sound, in a space that is silence, those are energetic transmission as well. So I invite you to just opening your electrons, opening your atoms, opening your heart, your body. Let your mind rest and receive through your physical body and your heart consciousness. Great. Now I feel beautiful. Everyone is more on the same page right now. Okay, good. All right. I think we are ready. Okay. Beautiful. Now I would like to open with, of course, with Taurus New Moon, right? And Taurus is ruled by the goddess Venus. So Venus is like archetypal energy, and it's the Venetian kind of energy of pleasure, of beauty, of play, of sensuality, sensitivity. It's the goddess, like the crescential goddess frequency. So, and there's also abundance and prosperity. So you can see I'm like vibing at different things, like with my color, green, and a bit of gold, vibrate at the frequency of prosperity. And I'm also actually literally wearing an earring in gold of Venus. It's actually Venus on it. And now I welcome beautiful goddess of Lakshmi, which is, I think, is the Indian way of the archetypal energy of Venus as well. So I welcome everyone to now join me in the ceremonial space. Close your eyes. Take a few centering breaths into your heart. Allow your heart rate to slow down. Allow your brain wave to slow down. Allow yourself to open to the goodness of life, the goodness of beauty, sensuality. Welcome everyone to this beautiful ceremonial space. As we center in our heart, I invite all of our guides of the light of higher dimension. I welcome my High Council, the Sophia Dragon Tribe, Councils of Light, our star family, our soul family, to join us. Inviting the color surrounding iridescent white light with a hint of gold surrounding the ceremonial space. Clearing the space, releasing any concerns, worries, mental chatters. Welcome particular today, Andromedan Council, and Blue Avian Council. And our angels Michael and Metatron. And of course our goddesses from different traditions to guide us, to bless us. Everyone, take a deep breath into your heart. And exhale, sign, make a ha sound from your heart. From through your heart, through your mouth. 2 more like that, with a ha sound out. One more. Lovely. Keep centering in your heart space. That's where all the magic, all the knowledge, all the wisdom, all the beauty, all the divine connection reside. Now when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome everyone to the space. Now, I would love, depending, I know that a lot of people are going through quite a lot lately, right? Myself included. So I would love to actually start off with just sort of a little bit of mental process of understanding. Maybe some of you already know a lot of the astrological things happening, but I feel called to yes, sharing this as a way to ground for us to know that some of you might know something but not know everything. I am not knowing everything as well. I'm not an astrologer in any way, but I use a lot of astrology, human design, and gene keys for my own exploration and for supporting my clients to help them to live the best life. And when we look at all these beautiful archetypal energy, the stars and the planets, our teachers, they show us a lot. They show us a lot so that everything we go through in our life makes sense. So, and feel free to jump, if you have any questions, ask in the chat box. So it's more like an interactive kind of environment. So because it's a circle, so it's not so much usually if I'm running a master class, I'm teaching it. It's more like a one direction, but of course it's always a co-creation. But if I would love to know when I'm saying something that you really resonate, share in the chat, and so that everyone can sort of relate as well. Because when I was going through the last 2 months, the last 2 weeks, okay, have been very chaotic. And then I talked to a lot of our sisters, they're going through similar thing. And then of course, there's a lot of things planetary happening that is affecting everyone. So depending on, I'm just sharing all this. So some of the information maybe you know, but some may be new to you. So I invite you to open and see, take whatever resonate. And maybe if there's something that it's not really relevant for me right now, you could just leave it for later or never. Okay. All right. So Taurus New Moon. Okay. That is one of the idea why I want to go anchor this transmission here is with Taurus. First, okay, new moon. I'll be reading from the note, okay? So new moon usually marks the beginning, like a new beginning. And the Taurus new moon is one of the best new moon of the year that is really about putting things on a very grounded, nourishing way that will steadily grow into something prosperous. Now, this is a good thing to know. I don't know about you, the last 2 weeks, especially the Pluto have gone retrograde a few days ago on the 2nd of May. Pluto and I have a very, very interesting relationship, but it's in my first house as well. Now, like, you can like look at how your relationship with Pluto. So these planets, these stars, the astrological sign, they are archetypal energy. So it's not they are like anything outside of us. They are archetypal consciousness expression that is within us. So when I talk about, say, Taurus, all right, this energy represents something. And you might find actually that how it translated into your own life, in your own expression. So Taurus is the energy of, like, I just think about my best friend. Like because she's like ultimate Taurus. She's very reliable, very steady, and it's very earth, because it's an earth sign. It's sensually beautiful, and very like just very like a almost like a material foundational thing. So, and Taurus is all about values. So you might feel like this Taurus, I invite you to like is actually happening Wednesday for me. So you can like check in the map. I will actually like in the email that I sent out for you, I will maybe like put out the exact time, but you can like quite easily define the new moon exact time in your location. So for me, I know it's less than 48 hours. So yeah. And so during the time, but we are already usually affected by the new moon energy, like before and after. And because together with the fifth portal, the fifth portal was Sunday yesterday, right? It's everything got amplified and prolonged. So back to, all right, Taurus. Taurus ruled by Venus, as I said before, and it's all about our values, the material things we choose to surround our lives with, ourselves with, how we value ourselves. So it's externally is the things, our possessions. Internally is our self-worth, self-confidence, how we see ourselves, like, yeah, values, and how we choose to spend our energy, and what we choose to invest our energy, which can be our money in. So in a healed way, Taurus, when it's like that, because all this energy can be manifest in a very positive healed way, or unhealed way, which is things for us to work on. So in a healed way, you can say when it's like what we call like more evolved or like positive way, is that it is calm, it is centered, it is patient, sensual, luxurious, grounded, dependable, hardworking, practical, nourish. So these are the theme. I invite you to, okay, ponder on, all right, this Taurus new moon. All right, in these few days, what kind of seeds I want to plant in cultivating more of this energy in my life? How can I bring more this healed version of energy in my life? Okay. And when it's unhealed, like Taurus is something, when it's like a bit out of the balance, how it can be expressed, we can look at, okay, maybe we become stubborn. Maybe we are resistant to change. Like that's stubborn, inflexible, right? We become too materialistic. Yeah, Taurus rule, the material realm, but then it can be too much. It's like too materialistic. We might be overly attached, overly cautious, scarcity mentality, hoarding. Now, this is an interesting theme that I want to bring out as well. The scarcity. I don't know about you. I have been feeling a lot, especially with because okay, we have the Taurus new moon happening right now, but at the back end, the Pluto ran retrograde, and it will be retrograding, going backward, compared with Earth moving forward, the movement of Earth, from May 2nd to October 11th. This is actually huge. So it's like, yes, we have the Taurus new moon as the beautiful place, the seeding where we can plant magical things, the seed that will eventually grow. However, the Pluto at the back end is like really forcing us to, yes, plant the seed, but really look deep. Really look deep in what kind of seed are you planting? because what you're planning right now is going to change really, really down the future. This is like quite a significant like new moon because it's beautiful energy, new moon energy right now, timing to plan. But then the Mercury, the Pluto retrograde is like really waking us up. Like, yes, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Look deep. So personal experience, because I think like my personal experience usually serve a lot of people. Like the last 2 weeks, I was going through deep scarcity survival kind of theme. Like I was like, oh my God, like I have just moved to some like background information. Some of you don't know what is happening. I'm in Dubai right now, but I was only here since 2.5 weeks ago. So I decided to change, all right, to change my energetic grid from, I've been nomading for a few months and still few months to go. I don't have a home at the moment. So wherever I am is a home. I'm just creating temple space everywhere I am. But I got inspiration from Council of Light that, okay, if you want to set up a more business structure, all right, what kind of energy grid, that might be supportive with what I'm going to do onward. So previously, I was doing, I have an energy grid in Hong Kong that I have my business, set up there, but I'm not really physically there for years already. However, I want to be more like setting the foundation. It's like, yeah, I want to serve more mission, bigger mission. So I feel like there's a business structure to support, to hold the money, hold the frequency, right? So I feel like, okay, I need to properly set up a business. It's playing in the matrix, all right? Even though this is just a game that I choose to play. So I choose to plug back into the matrix, all right? Because energetically, that will also allow me to reach more people, to serve at a bigger scenes. So I consult the Council of Light and they give me, okay, there's like some guidance and like help me to understand the terrain of the energy grid. And they suggest me that Dubai, if it interests you, will be very interesting for you because here is a portal to anchor future timelines. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Another location for me to consider would be Hawaii because both grids are very relevant to what I am doing on Earth is to anchor future timelines for humanity. But I am really excited about Dubai. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna like try it out. And so like very quickly I decided, okay, I'm just gonna go a place that I have no idea. I don't know this place at all. I don't really have a friend or anyone here. So, but okay, I just have unlimited amount of courage. So I moved myself here. Like in this moment, only for 3 weeks. I'm actually leaving this grid for in a few days. So that's why, like when I was meditating the other day, like on Saturday, 2 days ago, I need to anchor light here. I need to plant my seed here. So I've decided, I've already set up. So this is why I'm here was because I come here to set up the business structure and bank accounts and all that and residency. So I'm officially, a resident for UAE. And then I was like, okay, there's more I need to grant here, not just setting up the business setup. Eventually, I think maybe down towards the end of the year, I will move myself physically here, but still months to travel to go for me. So that's why I was inspired to anchor, especially with Taurus New Moon, right? Taurus, Venetian energy. If you are not familiar with Dubai, I'm just going to share, this is the Venetian energy, the Taurus, like luxury, gold. Like, I mean, when I tune in the frequencies, really, there's a lot of gold here, like the frequency of gold. And they love luxury. They love beautiful things. Like a lot of the architecture, especially Arabic architecture, when I'm just walking around seeing this like mosque or religions building, or even they have a museum called the Museum of Future, which is like it's like a very special round, kind of like a wheel kind of shape in a like a Taurus kind of shape. And then on top of this, Arabic. I didn't really look into what that is about, but I could say it's just like code. It's just like language written on the building. This is super cool. So I know that this will be an important energetic portal, especially coming forward. So I feel very honored to be able to like, okay, planting my seed as in Aerotan Global, this new company set up in Dubai, want to serve globally bigger world tribe. So that's why I'm inspired to, okay, come online again to facilitate this new moon and share a lot of things that I'm going through in support of your journey as well. Because that's what, when I'm serving my clients, when I'm talking with my friends, everyone is like going through major shift like last few months even. If you can relate, let me know, show in the chat how it has been for you for the last like 4 months, I would say, since the beginning of this year. So many portals are happening. The year of dragon are like, whoa. But we are actually, okay, it's a little bit sidetracked because I have to bring the dragon in. They are very present in my field and it's so relevant. But feel free to drop in the chat if there's anything that like light up some light bulb in your field and you want to like chip in. Like this year, the dragon power is so strong. So many of us are being activated, our dragon DNA, our other version of ourselves as dragons. Not kidding, all right? Especially if you're new to my to my field, then welcome. This is the realm that I work in. I work with dragons, like unicorns and angels every day. But like it's time for us to remember. And I actually remember my avatar, not just a dragon, but as a dragon mother. I birthed dragons. Ah, feels good to say that. Feels good to own it. I feel like today I'm an emerald dragon. And would love to know if any one of you, okay, for those alive or for those who are joining us for the replay, share with me when you're watching the replay, what kind of dragons that you actually remember or connect with. It's amazing. We are actually invited really embody our dragon power. Dragons can go through all kinds of density, especially with the, I know like there's a lot of things happening all around the world right now. Especially now with our 4D bridge that's wide open. So we are accessing the third dimension, the fifth dimension, and all other dimensions. It's like a very open space right now. And because of the shift that the earth have to go through before it's anchored into the fifth dimension, a lot of things have to push out, right? The Pluto is doing a big part of it as well. The Pluto now, especially going retrograde, is like sort of retracing the footstep, giving us another second chance to look at, like, okay, what are the hidden things that you have just walked through and didn't look at, but now is really the time to really look deep. So for me, actually, a lot of like these few days, ever since, I mean, even before the retrograde happened, I already feel like big time. A lot of the deep-seated things that I sort of, sort of brush it, and then it's like, it's okay, it's nothing. But now really like explode into my face, explode in my consciousness. Not that anything actually physically happening in my life, but it's just my consciousness suddenly like wake up to what is going on. It's almost like, oh, okay, if I don't sort out certain situation, okay, not thankfully, the universe didn't need to scream at me, but it's already like, Ariel, like create a lot of uncomfortable situation for me to really look at. It's like, okay, yeah, this, like, I better deal with it now than later. So the quicker, like Pluto is actually teaching us this, like Pluto going through retrograde, it's giving us a second chance to really look what is hidden and be okay with this. Like I actually have to, like, last 2 days, 3 days, I went through such a rebirth. Like Pluto is the energy of resurrection and transformation and empowerment. All this is not just they just want to destroy you or whatever. It's not about that. It's we need to break down to break through. To help us to access our next level of power, we need to break down first. We need to break away from, okay, something might have served you, keep you okay, keep you happy. Maybe some people are very happy with their, misery. But it's like, but Pluto is like making it really uncomfortable for you. It's like, do you still want this? So Pluto have been making some situation are very uncomfortable for me to not shine. For example, I was so uncomfortable with certain situation in life that like it's like my spirit is like screaming at me. It's like, Ariel, you need to show up. You need to shine. Because I was like trying to like, hide in many ways and like give my busy schedule, traveling schedule. But it's like, yes, you can still travel, but you still need to show up. All right, do your dharma. So that's why I'm here resuming online as well, because my spirit is making it very uncomfortable and in conjunction with Pluto. So invite you to spend this next, especially with the new moon, is great for us to reflect as well, like so that you can think about what seeds you want to plant in within the next 24 hours in your new moon. Like really look at it, like purge out and encourage. Like, so I feel like today's ceremony later on will be invoking our inner power and activating our inner sun, our innocence, and our self-confidence to help us, to give us the strength to go through this deep initiation facing Pluto eye to eye. Ooh, I feel like Pluto. Okay, yeah, Pluto is for some, like if you know Pluto already, great. But if some people that don't know about Pluto, of course, there's so many information online already right now. But it's really the energy of transformation, resurrection, death and rebirth, transformation, destruction for us to access our power. So it's about power, control, yeah, all kind of Scorpio theme thing. It can be sex, it can be manipulation. So we look at how if you can also, if you know your natal chart, okay, look at the transit of where is Pluto in your own natal chart, what house it is in. So that's usually that signify already, like in a grand scheme of thing, how Pluto actually are more relevant in that area of your life. Now, for some, because I know that some people, like especially joining the replay later, might not be very familiar with the 12 houses in the Western astrology system. So I will quickly go through it house by house, just so you can still keep track. Like so some of course you can Google, get deeper, but then you can already start to like put the things into places. So look at where the Pluto is in your chart, in your natal. So that's it's part like that is already the area of your life. Pluto is asking you to constantly look at, constantly need to sort of have this like birth and death and rebirth, constantly reinventing yourself in that regard, in that house area of your life. And now with the transit that's happening, okay, like Pluto will stay in one house for long time, but right now we are going through Pluto. So Pluto have just shift from Capricorn, like that was like since 2008 into shift from Capricorn into Aquarius in January 2019, depending on where you are. So it was like a 20 years cycle or more. Okay. Then, but now like, okay, Pluto is in, I'm not very good with numbers, just if you don't know already. And Pluto is in Aquarius, which is like a huge for generational, huge kind of things. We are being shaken to, okay, like the structure is crumbling since 2008, all right, to January, because it was in Capricorn. But now we are shifting Pluto into Aquarius, which is an amazing, like Aquarius is all about authenticity. So we're being asked, Pluto is asking us like, what things you need to break through, really look at, dig deep, and like dig deep, like bring it out to the surface so that you can express yourself in a more authentic way. The Aquarius Uranus energy is also the fifth portal energy. Number 5 is about change, sudden change, drastic change in a way that we can be free. We are authentically being free. So the theme is about authenticity, change, freedom, and also Aquarian is about the collective, right? Corrective technology. So a lot of things, these themes are bubbling up, and we'll be more focused on for the next 20 years. But now with the retrograde, with the Pluto, it will be retracing the first few degrees of Aquarius. And then in September I think it's September, or let me check the date. Okay. All right. September to November. Okay, September, November. This is around 2 months' time. Pluto will be in Capricorn again. So that is like almost like the last straw to clear out anything about structures. Capricorn is about structure that will not serve us, humanity. It can be applied in your own life, especially if you look at where is that in your transiting house. So you have your natal, so the Pluto in your natal chart, right? But then you can also look at your transit. Where is the Pluto moving in the sky compared with your own chart? So for those who might not know, so it looks like something like this. If you can see my screen, yeah. So your inner cycle, inner circle is your natal chart, and then you can overlay what is happening with the planetary transition right now. So you can see where the Pluto is transiting in your area of life. So for example, Pluto in my natal is in my first house, but now with the transition is in my 4th house, and it will be for a long time anyway, probably the rest of my life. Oh no, actually it won't. But it's a long time. But that's my house of family, origin, home, where I find safety and security. So this like having like safety and security having a big topic, especially when the planets start to retrograde. The first few days is actually most intense because it's and the power of Pluto, I can really feel it. Like Mercury retrograde, usually I'm not so affected. But like Pluto retrograde, when it starts, even before it starts, I'm already feeling, holy shit, a lot of things regarding survival, security, and safety. Not that I'm in any, like, externally anything major is happening, but it's just my consciousness is like, shh, like looking at things down the road that is happening. But it's relating to security and finances and safety. So look at it in your, see how it relates. Okay, now I'm just like checking on how you guys are doing, because I saw some chat messages, and Sue said, all right, it has been a fun journey, constant changes, new discoveries. The energy has been off the chart. I know, sometimes very connected. Oops. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome to the club. A green dragon show up in meditation with Mary Magdalene. Woo! Yes, and I have Mary Magdalene, Charlotte's here, beaming her love for humanity. Thank you. Welcome, Mary Magdalene. And welcome the green dragon. Oh, I love that. And then Priscilla shared that she has a gold and green dragon. I feel a lot of Phoenix. Yes. Phoenix is very present energy. Like last few days, I literally felt like the retrograde that I felt, the energy, it's like shaking everything from the core. I felt like it's a very physical, not that I'm not like purging, whatever, but it's like really on a cellular level. It felt like my electrons being like the atoms being like destructed and reconstruct and recalibrate, and then a phoenix can break through. Today I'm better, but last few days I am like very crap. All right, and Priscilla goes on to say things have shifted so quickly. Yep, that I could barely catch my breath. But I noticed is that whenever I I am back home, it's easier to feel depressed. All right. Okay, so did you mean that, like, yeah, when you're at home, it's easier to feel depressed. So that might be something to look at, because our home is really an important place for us. It's our foundation, it's our, yeah, sort of like everything built from there. Yeah, so I send you love, love. Yeah. Okay, all right. So a long digress into Pluto because it's so present right now. And how is the time? Usually, this is me when I'm working in my own space. All right. Before we go on, I invite everyone to drink a sip of water. Just integrate it all. Okay. Hmm. And as you sip your water, take a few deep breaths. I'm literally like, I try to string my words together because I just feel so much energy and so many informations want to just come through this mouth that I'm like, okay, hold on. Like, just, right. Let's just slow down. Okay, how is everyone? Are you guys all feeling good? All right. Great. Okay. Yeah. Because I don't know, like some of you, I know that because a lot of new people will be tuning into the replay. So if I am actually repeating something that you already know, great, listen again. Because I think sometimes like, it's just nice to listen to different people sharing all these like um information. I follow like say different astrologers, different human design readers, so that like because I was like, okay, I like to have like a different people have different perspective for how they work with different energy. So yeah, hopefully that's of value to you. And okay, now back to the new moon Taurus, right? So we pretty much like I think we got the like Taurus energy covered, and new moon is a beautiful time to plant your seed, right? So some channeling prompt for you if you feel like in your like new moon ceremony coming up at your own space. I like to do this like little ceremony for me, like new moon and full moon, and just sitting maybe with my cacao or your favorite tea. I love cacao and blue lotus or whatever that's like. And this is a Taurus new moon, right? So I invite you to go whatever that brings out sensuality and sexuality and the luxury pleasure for you. So for me, okay, beautiful dresses. I want to like if you're a man, you might not want to wear a dress. You can too. We're more fluid, right? And so but whatever that's invoke that sense of beauty, pleasure, luxury, that kind of theme. Honor that. Like, because the honor, like, yes, like Priscilla said, I have been playing with my red lipsticks. Yay. Yeah, so keep sharing in the comment if you have your own way of like playing with this, bringing up your goddess energy, your Venetian energy, it is like Taurus energy. All right. And also it can be, but it can be another way. It's like, all right, also it's about sustainability, like stable structure. Maybe you feel like you want to connect more with the earth. You want to have your ceremony in the outdoor on grass. Yeah, like grounded subs connecting with Mother Earth. Okay, so yeah, so play with that. And then now homework for you, home play for you. If you're curious, if you haven't done this already, look at where does the new moon happening in your sign. Okay, because of course, new moon, there's like a general theme for everyone. But if you want to really harness it and to understand how it plays in, how it play out in your life, you want to look at the your transit chart. So the new one will be happening in the 18 degree of Taurus, around 18 degree. 18 degree. 18 degree. Let me double check. Yeah, 18 degree of Taurus. So 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 yeah, And so you can see, like, I use apps to, like, there are free apps online too. So I use this app called Astro Gold. But I'm sure, like, online you can find other, like, apps. But if you don't have like this, or if you don't understand how to read like this transit, like double wheel, you can actually just go through. If you know your chart, you can just do with the single as well. So if you just hold your natal chart, okay, natal chart, just one instead of the transit, but you can look for 18-degree Taurus. So now, like with your house, right, you can see, my screen might be too bright. All right. So you see it okay, right? So you see, so this is Taurus, all right? So Taurus, the sign of Taurus. So you can guess, like you can sort of mark where is the 18-degree Taurus will be in your house. Say, for example, right now you see 14-degree, right? So that's the degree and then a minute. So, and then it goes this way. So 14, 15, 16, 17, so on. So I can pretty much like, and this is like, how much degree? It's like a 30, I think it's 30 degree. No, okay. So because it's flipped, 14. Oh, let me, Taurus. Go that way, sorry. I'm more familiar with going the other way. So let me see. Go that way. Yes, sorry. Because it's flipped, I cannot. So you can see, all right, it's go this way. Sorry, because it was flipped. And so I'm like here, 14 degree is my Taurus is my entering my 8th house. So and it's only 4 degree off the edge of the 8th house, right? So I probably, so it's between this. So it will be my 8th house. Does it make sense for everyone? So for me, it will be my 8th house. So for you, you can look at, if you don't have like a transit, because if you have a transit chart that you know how to read, then it's quite easy. You can just see it, you know, like you can pick the time, all right, of the new moon time, and then you can see like, okay, the moon at 18-degree Taurus, so that is in my 8th house. But if you don't have like this chart, like you, if just have your natal, you can also find it easily with, you just find where will Taurus be in the 18-degree wet house. So for me now, this is 14 degree, and so it will be somewhere around here. So it will be my 18, so my 8th house. Does it make sense? Okay, I hope it's good. Oh, yeah, and Sue said 555 showed up in her alarm clock when I show my natal chart and talk about Taurus, 18-degree Taurus. Okay, great. So I thought like, so this will be, have a specific, so yes, we have a generic Taurus theme, new moon, but then you can look at, okay, say what house it is in, so you become more specific about what kind of seeds you want to plant. It's almost like the Taurus is giving you that extra support, shining it light into that house area of your life. That's like, whoa, if you want to set up seed, you can really make use of the new moon right now in this area. Does it make sense? Okay. So for me, if it's 8th house, so 8th house will be around money, spirituality. I'll go through quickly all of them so you all have an idea. So yeah, so I don't go through, I don't go straight into the 8th house because we will be working around too, but I just want to know if you're watching a replay, you can pause and then check your chart. And for those on live, let me know if you already know where that house is. Where is the new moon happening in your chart? If you know, type out in the chat, and I'll quickly adjust the AC because it's a bit too hot for me right now. Thank you. I'm back. Oh, I'm sweating. It's Dubai. Okay. I prefer the heat. Okay. We're good. All right. Anyone knows your house? All right. I hope, but anyway, you will get the replay if you want. So you can also, if it's not convenient for you to check your chart, you can look at it later. And Felicia is joining us. Okay, there's a new member joining us. So, okay. How is the time? 5 o'clock for me. Well, okay, we still have half an hour. Good. All right. How is everyone? Okay, you got it? Oh, great. So Felicia, you're joining. If you're joining us, okay, we are. All right, she's connecting the audio. She might not hear me. Don't worry. Okay, I hope you all have found your house. Okay, where the new moon is happening. Okay. Felicia, I need to mute you. Okay, so Felicia, if you have just joined us, we are talking about where the new moon is in your own chart. So, okay, now I'll quickly go through for those who don't know the house already. Just quickly go through what the house mean. Okay, all right, the first house. All right. So remember, like where the new moon happens, like meaning that which house it is in your own chart, it's sort of like giving you that extra tapping in the shoulder. They're like, okay, so this might be the area for you to plant your seed. Look at, review what kind of structure you want to create for your long-term success in a steady way. So it's not gonna be like happen right away, but like this is like that great time for you to, if you plant some seed in that regard, it will have this extra support. Okay. All right, so if it's a first house, is represent your outward persona, how people see you, and your appearance, your complexion, your body and health, your identity as well. And second house is material, money for hours worked, possessions, personal value system, resources, your earnings, your self-esteem, your confidence. So this is actually the house of the Taurus. Like when we're talking about a house, it's actually the house of a Taurus. So you see, it's the same theme, right? Then the third house is about communication, learning, language, early education, siblings, co-workers, neighbors, short trips, marketing and advertising. Fourth house is your home, your physical dwelling, your family, ancestral, mother, past lives, memories, emotional realm, safety, foundation, security. Fifth house, creativity, self-expression, artistic expression, children, entrepreneurship, romance, play, pleasure, vacations. Sixth house, your daily rituals, routines, work-life balance, health and wellness, job, employees, duties, path of service, your devotion. Seventh house, partnerships, relationships, open enemies. This is more like a traditional way to open their enemies. I actually want, like, let's scrap this, I don't feel that's like we need to bring this concept of this is like a more like old way. Like, let's remove that. All right, marriage, business partnership, balancing energies for another person. So this is more like a one-on-one kind of relationship. Eighth house, transformation, others, people, energy, sex, money, control, death, rebirth, intimacy, mystery, occult studies, inheritance. So this is actually where the new moon will be in my chart, eighth house. And I'm definitely feeling going through all this theme. And this is also the house of Scorpio. So Scorpio is ruled by Pluto as well. So all these things are actually, like for me personally, is emphasizing all these things that I need to look at the last few days. The Pluto retrograde is like shining the light of all these things that I need to push out, and then now so that I can plant some good seed in that area. Yeah. Ninth house, international travel, higher education, philosophy, religion, faith, broadcasting, publishing, law. 10th house, career, fame, destiny, reputation, legacy, life's work, mystery, status. 11th house, friendships, community, networking, the internet, social justice, goals, hopes, wish fulfillment. 12th house, spirituality, mysticism, imagination, dreams, meditations, contemplation, retreat, addiction, hospitals. So these are the archetypal energy. So Sue is saying that Taurus is on her 10th house. So that is the house of career, fame, destiny, reputation, legacy, life's work, mastery, status. So it's also relevant to, because these are the theme of Capricorn. Yeah, so you can, another way of like working with it is like, okay, what are the Capricorn theme kind of thing that the new moon energy can help me to build, which is great. You know, Taurus is all about the material ring, like building foundation and structure. It's very almost like a Capricorn is similar, is laying the foundation to build legacy. So, but now you have this extra support. So if you feel guided, like the new moon is very like a fertile ground to plant your seed. Okay. Anyone want to share or jump in? Like any insight that you want to share? Okay. All right. So now we go to. All right. There are also another two aspects that is supporting this new moon happening. So it conjuncts, okay, it conjuncts like a two main aspect. So supporting, like giving extra support is very, 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 that's why like it is like one of the best new moon is happening. It's so juicy, so luxurious. However, I don't know, like maybe some of you have been through the the Pluto retrograde the last few days. It was like, now that I have come out from the other side, and I know that it was necessary. Mercury retrograde last week, starting last week, it was like a big purging for a lot of us. So that now we can make good use of the 5-5 portal and the new moon to really plant good seed for the, you know, like that we can reap the benefits for decades to come. And all right, Glody, I think it's Glody, right? Even though it's a Philly, it's okay. So it's in between her 3rd and 4th house. My North Node. Wow. Okay, I'm Philly now. I'm just using Glody iPad. Okay, so it's Philly. Okay. You're multidimensional. You're just shifting that, like shapeshifter. Cool, beautiful. So yeah, 3 and 4. So you will probably want to look at both house. Yeah, 3rd and 4th. Okay. All right. So conjunction. One of the aspects that the Taurus new moon is happening with conjuncting Uranus. It's not a tight conjunction. It's like 40 degrees. For me personally, it's a bit wide. But I mean, like, because of the fifth portal, fifth portal is very, for me, is very Andromedan and very Uranus energy. Is freedom. The number 5, fifth portal, is about freedom, authentic self-expression. So I find it relevant as well, even though it's normal, it's quite, for me, I usually read tighter conjunction, but this is also relevant for a lot of us. So Uranus has been bringing radical change to our values over the past 6 years and involved with every new moon since July last year. This is the last time Uranus is affecting a new moon for quite some time. What radical changes? So questions for you. What radical changes do you need to set into motion with this new moon to complete the cycle that began in July last year? And so you look back, all right, since July last year, what are the radical changes for you? For me, I was like, okay, even though, right, normally I don't read this as Y degree, but then, okay, because of the relevance of last year, it's like, wow, last July, I was actually guided by the Council of Light to start traveling. Even though I still had a base back then, but I was like still traveling, activating my golden age avatar, connected with different ancient civilization, opening libraries of light. So since July, basically, I was guided to travel. And Felicia said like July, she went to the Cool and stayed for 3 months. What is Cool? UK. Oh, UK. Yes. Yeah, because you were staying with me, staying at my place. Awesome. Yeah. So journal for you, like look at, okay, the Uranus is like tapping you, right? What are the changes since last July? That you probably will be continuing on. Ask you to check, like, especially relating to values, because Taurus is all about values. What are the changes to your values over the last 6 years? Okay. And then, there's two more. Sextile, Saturn. I love this. All right. Saturn, sextile Saturn. So it's a positive like support from Saturn. And Saturn, sextile, the new moon, bring a very stabilizing energy for this new beginning. Because, all right, we're starting something new, right? Especially right now, I'm starting something new that I feel very big. I feel very big. So I'm like very grateful that, okay, now Saturn, the taskmaster, the timekeeper, as support, this heavy hitter is supporting us into creating this new phase of our life. We're literally like stepping into new new moon. The more I talk about it, the more I felt it. Yeah. Okay, so but Saturn is our responsibility. Saturn is like, it's not just I'm going to give you anything if you don't do the work. You have to do the work. Even though now our time is moving faster and faster. All right, things are like timelines are being collapsed faster and faster. However, we still have to put in effort to build a foundation. So for me, how I apply, how I see it map out in our life is like, okay, I want to have a new setup in my career. So I completely set up a new company foundation, a new grid in Dubai. It's like almost like literally I'm starting my business almost like all over again. Even shifting my offering, a lot of big changes in happening with my offering. And I will be like overrunning a little bit. So, but usually I think like 2 hours would be a good time. So just in case, all right, give you a heads up. And if you need to jump off, don't worry, you have to replay as well. Okay, but I will be, we will have more time together, let's just say. All right, so Saturn asks us to take responsibility for building strong foundations for our dreams. And these new moon intentions can yield long-term success. So something for you to, what kind of structure, all right? You have your intentions, what kind of structure, very grounded, logical thing, that steps that you can take and you will take to make this dream into reality. And Saturn will honor and support you on that. All right, another aspect is a trine positively supported by the asteroid Goddess Ceres at 21° Capricorn. Beautiful Goddess asteroid. So this aspect supports us in refining how we manage our resources so we can nurture and self-parent ourselves in ways that bring about a prosperous perspective. Keyword, how do we self-parent and manage our resources? Again, very earthly theme, especially this is the goddess is in Capricorn. Capricorn is again about building foundation and structure, managing resources, and in a way to nourish and nurture and self-parent, how we can, instead of like removing any codependency. So I find that how this might plan out in people's life, if it's being there's some healed aspect that need to uncover more for Ceres, is like when it's unhealed, it's codependency. So probably you can notice, like, if you know what is the area in your life, especially where the Ceres goddess is in your chart. So it is in Capricorn. So you can map like what is Capricorn 21°, what house is that? That will be, you know, like tune into if there's any codependency happening. If yet, that's okay. You know, I'm working through that every single day. Codependency, just different layers of codependency expressions, manifestation that needs to push through. And so work on that. Okay. So question for you is, where do you need to take responsibility for managing your resources in a nourishing way to support you in anchoring, again, this new beginning with this moon? A lot of food for thought. Okay. I think we have got a lot covered. A lot of food for thought for many of you. How are we? How is everyone doing? Any questions before we jump into a more like a quantum taking off the spaceship?
I'm just trying to locate where my Capricorn is because this chart is just about the sign. So I need to like match the sign and then just looking for that.
Okay, well, do you have a degree in the sign? In individual sign, is there a degree? Because this might not be in the outside ring, but next to those, like say, yeah, can you find that so you can guess? Say if you have your moon in 21 degree Capricorn in your natal chart, then you can see. Have you got it?
And a question, so does it like applying to the Western astrology?
Yeah, this is for the Western astrology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I need to figure it out. Yeah.
Tropical. So now, just disclaimer again, I'm not like astrologer. For me, I'm just concerned about like how I'm curious about a lot of things. I study a variety of things. And for me, I just take whatever. Sometimes like I'm better at like mixing things up. For me, my skill is just mix things up. I don't know everything about astrology, but I just know whatever is relevant for me to live my life in a good way. That's very practical. I'm a Capricorn sun, so it's very practical solution. Okay, and also my Virgo as well. I'm a Mars in Virgo. Okay, so how are we? We're good. All right, just tune into the field. Anything? I think it's a lot of information already for us to reflect on and for you to journal. Any last word before we jump in? Okay, yeah. So it's like more like a conclusion. In summary, this new moon is supporting you to take responsibility for your dreams and welcome radical new perspectives around your values, self-confidence, finances, and how you create beauty on a material plane in a slow and steady, sustainable, nourishing kind of way. The seeds you plant at this time can yield long-term success in the most beautiful and magical ways. Yeah. So a lot of this insight, I got inspired from different astrologers. So if you like, I can share in the email that I send out, for you to follow as well. Yeah, some of the beautiful beings that I follow. Okay. But I just add some of my own stories and interpretation into it to make it relevant. Okay. Now we are ready. I invite you, okay, to now allow your brain to slow down and find a comfortable sitting position or lying down if you want. So we have there's a lot of information already. And you can always refer back to the replay again and again to dig deeper. And as we know, it is a rabbit hole. Astrology, human design, gene keys. I didn't even talk about the gene keys today. Oh, or the human design. But actually, like one just quick thing about the human design is the new moon is actually in the gate 2. And the gate 2 is same. It's like the most yin kind of hexagram. It's all about receptivity. the feminine, the goddess, how we can open to receive. And Pluto sort of help us to purge out a lot of things. And if you felt like there's not enough purging in your life, there's not enough space yet, invite Pluto more in this couple of days to help you to like purge more, clear more, so you have more space. Because the more space we have, the more we can receive. Right? Makes sense. So what my suggestion is like, yeah, these few days, yes, not just work with the energy of the new moon, with Taurus energy, the Venetian energy, but also with Pluto as well, so you can have more space. All right, now original sound on. Okay. Move slowly into this quantum dynamics right now, just clearing the field. Allowing all this information to be in. Now, in the quantum, a lot of the information about the to help us, the mental understanding about astrology, the planet and stars, are now being encoded into this crystal in the quantum. And I see that we are being able to, I see that we have links into this crystal. It's almost like this crystal contains crystal code information, right? So this crystal already coded all the information that is important with this transmission. Those that were said, those that were not being said as well. So we are all now just being connected with this crystal. So you trust that like the information, more information will be downloaded into your field during your sleep. So when I talk about transmission before, we are stepping into more and more a time of humanity. We're stepping into golden age, right? And in golden age, a lot of our education, our study is not as linear as we are focusing on in the third dimension. Yes, we're still interacting, interfacing with the third dimension. So there's still language happening. However, as we step into the golden age, accessing higher dimension, a lot of information will be just directly transmitted through telepathy, through co-creation with quantum technology, such as right now the crystal of the transmission. I'm simply a channel here right now to use this portal with the name. Yes, we have the name of Taurus New Moon and Fifth Portal, but this is a Stargate portal to connect all of us. For us to receive information that's beyond even the theme that is being covered. Everyone joining in this transmission, live or through replay, you're actually being placed in a Stargate. Erashtikrai Marano Marashtita Tata Ishai Nerashiro Dharmai Maradainai Derakaramai Herono Aramai Shuranai Nakiera Nera shero tutu ishar mautan mai nera kru nai shtit tai. Allow your atoms to open. If you find any constriction or stress, breathe. Breathe with your whole body. Breathe with every cell. Breathe. Knowing that you are always safe. You're part of the geometries that's being woven. On a soul level, you have agreed to be here right now, to receive this transmission, having your DNA being recoded. Welcome and drop the council and blue wave in council. Era shutan mai ni krai shutur mai ni krai no mau de inai mo atu do era no tur mai era era na shutera manana na imona no e stabilizing the field right now. Breathe. For some of you, if you're feeling a bit strange or discomfort, it's okay. You're being recorded on the DNA level. Things might not happening in your normal understanding. Allow yourself to receive. Shero toto shara. Welcome, Sophia Dragons. To activate. Our dragon DNA and establish clear and precise connection with our dragon's avatar. Repairing DNA. Erai turu tai 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 ulu nai tai erai tutu tutu tu kush ina nai na ush ta 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 etai kush kush era ta tai reactivate DNA kush emai anamai nai na maya tai. Take a deep breath in, everyone. Hold the breath at the top. Sip it in more. Exhale. Welcome, golden phoenix, golden or red phoenix. Inviting the activation of our phoenix child within every one of us. Activating our phoenix child, welcoming phoenix child to come on board in every one of us. Wutur mai, here no mai, Adonai, Adonai, Erai, Erai, Erai. Beautiful. Era no toro. Arno yatai na stiero shira na kru nai krai nuru mai itara kru nai mera kiro kru nai na kru nai nai nai. Hero no oshta a stiera no haru tutu ishtai na krai. Arno yatai tai tai erai. Now the Blue Elephant Council is working on our brain, our connection between our left and right brain. Kuru nai tai tai. Era krun. Clearing any congestion or sealed or implant in that area for some of us that is blocking the connection between left and right brain, our union, our divine union within. Erai noro kushtai. Ero no shuto to ishtero to ishtero to ushti tainai to. Welcoming the medicine of sapphire scarab. Nai dai. We're establishing the connection between left and right hemisphere of the brain, clearing out any toxin, jam, calcification. Erai 82%. Arnotoro aktar notoro tata etai etarai eramai. Beautiful. The process is complete. For some of you might feel a little bit dizzy or nausea. For the days to come, but you might not as well. But if that is the case, just lie down and rest, drink water, and know that it will pass. Now stabilizing the field, scanning the field. There's anything that needs to be done. Okay, great. The process is complete. Thank you. Still keep your eyes closed. Relax. Here is a channel message from a High Council and Councils of Light. Dear ones, stop to accept that life can be good. Start to normalize. You receive what you desire. Start to accept that life can be good. This is particularly important for those who have been co-creating with attachment to suffering. This goes for the whole humanity. Humanity has been exploring the template of suffering, miseries, struggles, density as a pathway of evolution. That is one pathway. There are many ways for us to evolve. Now we welcome Green Tara into the field with her presence to remind us that life can be good. It's time to start to embrace that. Knowing that, remembering that suffering is a choice. And the more people remember this and choose differently, the faster humanity will shift. All kinds of experience exist in the quantum. You as a sovereign being can choose what reality you anchor in. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Nara Dai Dai Dai. Mara Dai Dai Dai. Choose wisely, but without guilt. As an eternal soul, you come here to explore and to experience. Different time, you chose to co-create with different template for your own curiosity, for your own path of evolution. Please don't judge yourself. But remember that there are many, many places, there are many, many templates for you to choose to co-create. And you, as a sovereign creator, can choose. Now we're sealing the transmission right now. You are whole and complete. Everything is whole and complete. It is done, it is done, it is done. By the power of three, a perfect trinity, it is done, and so it is. Take the time to open your eyes and move. And welcome back. How is everyone doing? We thank you, our guides, all our beautiful beings of light, councils of light, and dragon brain. Thank you. Thank you also, family. Great. I hope you're doing well. If anyone have any question, you are welcome. Oh, Sue said, amazing. Just knocked it out my glass of water. Overflowing abundance. Yay. Beautiful. Yeah. So be gentle with yourself, everyone. I mean, it's a very short quantum alchemy, but the thing is actually this is how my healing has evolved as well. When I do healing before, I used to like kind of elaborate and long, like, yeah, but now it's like, let's just go to source. It's like things are like fast, like everything return to source. That's it. And so what happened was, if I have to use human language, okay, Priscilla said, I was listening while making my way to the train. Feels okay. Perhaps I should listen. Yeah, definitely. Because it's a different space. I mean, yeah, listen to it later. Perhaps, yeah, replay and also do it in an undisturbed way. Because we were in different dimension when we are in that portal. And it was a Stargate. So you were in a Stargate. So that was what I was shown. So it's not really for me. It's like I don't need to do much. I just need to hold this, open the Stargate, let the beings do their work. Just like and narrating as well for our like just tuning into sort of like I'm like a traffic control, I guess. I was a traffic control. That was what I did. Okay, open the Stargate and then traffic control. Like everyone doing it. I could feel it too. Exactly. So for me, it's like there's no ego at all. It's like, okay, just great. It's like I'm the coordinator. Yep, exactly. This is what I was guided to facilitate. And so, but it is potent. We are going beyond, we're going into an era, golden age era, that our relationship with time have shifted dramatically. And some of you have been feeling the shift, right? Time just feel interesting. It's like, is it 5 minutes or is it 5 years? Like, or maybe some of you are like me, like going for lifetimes in one day. And then you look back, it's like, it was only 2 weeks ago something happened, but I felt like I've been like hundreds of years have passed. Like, it's like, but this is becoming a normal. So part of the reason that I am guided to go online again in this circle setting, even though like I gave myself a lot of excuse. That was part of me, like, oh, I'm traveling, to like, yeah, I'm traveling, but I can still hold yeah, like online circle. And I'm very happy, grateful that you guys, sign up because it was really a short notice, but I also know that as I step up, whoever needs to receive it will receive it as well. Because on a soul level, we are all co-creating this. We know it was when we were in this rim, is a different dimension. So very, very happy for all of you to be here. And yeah, so let me know how you feel after I will send out the replay within 24 hours when it is done processing, done being processed. And take care of yourself. And I will share in the coming email some quick tips for you to like right away to help you to integrate and support your integration. And if you are anyway like you can reach out on me social media. If there's any reflection you're sharing on social media, tag me as well. I can like honor, witness, and celebrate with you any breakthrough because like we went through all dimensions today. We have a very random understanding, but then we were like, oh, well, let's just go to the Stargate. That's how we roll. Thank you, alchemist. Thank you, priestesses and dragons, you know, to all of you playing and different councils and star races there. And yeah, so my pleasure. Welcome. And so just a quick note. Okay, this month will be my last this month, May, will be the last month for anyone if you feel like going deeper with me in quantum alchemy, which is a one-on-one sessions where I use all kind of tools to help support you on your spiritual journey. Or if you are sometime, it will be also a consultation as well, because sometimes I got people ask me about a lot of different things, and but this is a great way, a great time for people to want to dig deeper into anything that need support on. So this will be the last May will be the last month for me to offering this type of one-on-one quantum alchemy and consultation at the current rate. June, I'll be traveling, so that probably very unlikely that I'll have any opening. And July, when I'm fully back, my price will increase like 70%. So if anyone wants to like think this is a good time for, and then also coming forward, I'll be doing less and less one-on-one. It'll be more longer term container and group container, like people want to go deep. So yeah, I won't be doing a lot of one-on-one on one-off kind of way in the coming future. So if you feel like you want to, get, dig deeper or ask me anything, this is like one-on-one is like just like the consultation is like ask me anything. Yeah, that's I'm open book, and whether it's talking about this dimensional or other dimensional stuff. I have a very wide toolkits and human experience. I will be, so I'm available this month. So let me know if I will also share a link in the email so you can have the booking link, or you can find me on social media. All right, I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this beautiful space with me. And I wish you all your wishes, beautiful wishes and desire came true. Okay, all my love. Ciao, ciao.